All right. So glad to be with you all in person, and this hopefully will record properly as well. So we're starting standing tonight on this snowy November night, although I think it was melting for the most part. There's more squares, so I am smaller to myself, which is great. Love to have more people. It's a wonderful thing. And when you can't make it, we're sending you love. There's no judgment. So take a moment and really feel into your feet and know that even though you're muted, you can always unmute if you need me or type a chat, but you can always unmute. So just starting to feel into your feet through a little movement or not. And then come to relative stillness and either with your eyes softly open or feel free to close your eyes if your balance allows. Just really feeling that support beneath you, the floor, know the earth is beneath you. And then see if that can kind of translate to a feel of your body here. And just noticing what's here, not pushing away anything, not changing anything. You might take a steady breath or two and just see if you can be kind with, be friendly with, be welcoming with whatever you're noticing in your mind, your body, your heart. And if you'd like to, we can start with a little heart hug just to support any stress that's there or anything else. So I'm putting my right hand at my left side. I'm not mirroring, and I'm putting my left hand at my right arm or whatever feels good to you. But my favorite meditation teacher does this heart hug with us, and I just love it. And then just giving and receiving this hug for your body, your mind, all the different aspects of you. And perhaps you're giving it as well, or maybe that giving is from the most calm, wise, loving part of you. Just take a breath or two here. Just notice how you're feeling. See if you can give a little self care touch, if that helps on some level. And then releasing your arms when you're ready, opening your eyes if they were closed, and just take a nice slow circle of your shoulders. And then turn your head in one direction and just start to notice the space you're in. Being gentle with your neck, with your eyes open, turning opposite, noticing the space you're in. Coming back to center. Start to reach your arms up and see if you can reach up with a feel of embodiment, a feel, at least a part of your awareness, feeling your body and just kind of stretching in a way that feels good, like you're just getting up from a long winter's nap, long fall nap. And then releasing your arms down. And see if you can get a sense of your breath here, coming in and flowing out of your body. And let's do some warm up. So just starting, letting your arms hang as loose as they will be, and just starting to swing a little forward and back, or doing something else if you please. So just nice and easy, just let a little momentum come in. Think you're a little kid with no worries. Although I remember having worries as a kid, but just that sense of play. And then try one arm forward, one arm back, and just a little swing without much effort, just a little swing. And if there's any discomfort or tightness, just being gentle, just noticing. And then slowly letting that come to a close. And let's open up our feet, bend our knees, start to rotate through your pelvis and swing tap. Nice. Just letting your arms hang loose. I'm going to adjust my temperature. It gets hot in here with the lights, but just keeping it going and maybe notice what you need. Slowing it down is an option. So let's start to slow things down. Let your arms just hang into gravity. So you're rotating a little bit at your pelvis and your arms are just kind of coming along. And then slowly letting that go. Very nice. Let's take another big circle of our shoulders. Just bring your feet into a nice neutral place. If you'd like, you can move with your breath. So as your inhale comes, sweeping your arms out and up. And then using your exhale to release your arms. And just continuing like this. Starting to connect your awareness with the movement of your body without any need to strain or strive. And then as you let your arms release, begin to lean to the side. You might lift your opposite arm if it feels good. And then as it comes, you come to center, start to lean to the other side, lift. And then coming back to center, and let's go back to sweeping our arms out and up. And then sweeping out and down. And I'd like you to just add one thing. So imagine you're sitting in a chair and we can't or don't want to move our pelvis and legs. So sweeping your arms up, and then as you release your arms down, rotate your chest a little bit in one direction. Just let your arms release down. So it's not a huge difference than what we just did. Come to center, reach up. Rotate a little in the other direction, let your arms release down. So it's not a huge thing, huge difference, but just notice the difference. Breathing into the center. And breathing out, can you rotate through your chest a little bit? Coming up. This time, rotate a little bit, and can you stay in the rotation? And then try again, sweeping out and up in that rotation. It's a little different. And down. Come to center, rotate your chest. It might just be a little bit. Sweep your arms out and up. And release down. And then just coming back to center, wiggling things out a little bit. So let's do a little bit with our back, mostly upper back, but everything's connected. Starting to rotate your arms outward. Invite the very topmost part of your chest to lift away from your belly. And then rotate your arms inward and round a little bit, or just be neutral. You might breathe in, open through your chest and arms. And breathe out. This time, open up, breathe naturally. Bend your elbows a little bit. Maybe bring your arms back a little bit, lifting through your chest. Keep your elbows bent, just coming back to neutral. Just bringing your arms forward a little. Breathing in, little lift of your chest. And breathing out, little drawing forward. Let's do one more. Really nice. As you let your arms release, just notice for your body, is there a movement that usually feels good or could feel good right now? So we had a request for a lot of different things today. Back, legs, hips, and they're all good, shoulders, upper back. So what will feel good for you just for this little half a minute? And then coming back to center. And let's play with chair pose. We'll add a little arm movement that's optional. Everything's optional. So circling your arms forward, up, circling back, and then sitting back towards chair pose. Arms can come forward or up and forward. And then rise up. Option to circle your arms back. Go at your pace. So just continuing this a couple more times. Sitting back using your legs. Rising up mindfully, circling your arms. Good. Let's do one more. Everything's optional. If you want to skip the arm movement, feel free. Circling. Just kind of wiggling out your arms. Feel free to shake out your legs. And then as you come back to center, find a focal point in front of you, shift weight to one foot and just start to come to the ball of the opposite foot. And lower. And then shifting again, lifting to the ball of your foot. And just taking that again and notice if you can relax down into your body. That even though we're moving and awake, there's a sense perhaps of being. You can stay with this or start to lift through your heel, maybe lift through your foot. My foot doesn't want to go very far, and lowering. So just kind of moving and moving, perhaps a bit slowly or mindfully. You can linger longer than me or go higher if you'd like. Just not going to a place where your nervous system gets aggravated. And then just finishing up your last time or your last side. Great. And then coming back to center. Let's sweep our arms out and up. Get a sense of your back to your pelvis. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. Let's do a hinge, a halfway hinge or so. So reaching your bum back, your sits bones back, the top of your head forward, and then coming all the way down if it's good for you. It's okay for your blood pressure, etc. If you want to linger a little, take an exhale or two. Let your shoulders and head relax. You can choose to lengthen and come up or roll up. What do you think will be more interesting or helpful? It's up to you. And then let's sweep our arms out and up. And then bring your hands to your heart. Really nice. This time, let's lower one arm and lean to the side, reaching your other arm up, and just see if you can get a stretch from your side of your back, sort of your hip all the way to your shoulder or upper ribs. And then the other side. You can even bend that knee of the side you're stretching. Come back to center. I'd like to play with a little kind of a warm-up movement that might help us access high lunge a little easier. So we can just kind of give it a try. So doesn't really matter which side you start on, but how about you start to shift your weight to your left foot. I'm going to bend that knee just a little bit. You can stay here, or after you shift your weight, slide. I'm gonna try to maybe pause for a sec. I'll try to show my lower body. So shifting weight to your left foot, sliding your other foot out and back in. We're going to try something similar to the back, or maybe the back diagonal. So I'm going to shift my weight to that foot. I'm going to slide my leg, very light, hardly any weight, and back. Just kind of getting a sense. If it's easier, you can do the diagonal and back. It's a lot easier if you are, depending on your floor or your mat. I'm on a hardwood floor, so that helps. If you have something like that, probably be easier, but you can still do it on the mat. Let's do that again. Let's go out to the side, a little slide out. So starting to really load that one leg, sliding back. Okay. So from here, shift your weight to that left foot, slide the right foot back a bit, come to the ball of foot, and just see if a high lunge is accessible here. So starting to kind of play with bringing weight to your back leg, back foot and leg, maybe bending your knee, or it can be straight. That just feels like a lot of stretch to me. And if not, just go to warrior one, no big deal. So just notice what's good for you. Really feeling your legs. Can you balance your weight? And then bring your weight forward and step on forward. Good. Let's breathe in and sweep up. And breathing out. Let's try the other side. So we're just kind of toying and playing with this. And I know I mostly am showing my lower body. So let's start to shift weight to the other foot. Each side's probably different, and just kind of slide out and in with your outside leg. So shifting weight to your right leg. I'm bending my knee a little. So it's kind of like if my foot was on a slider. This would be really a good thing to have, like actually like a paper plate or one of those slider things where you could just furniture slider out. Or you can just lightly touch. Same idea going back. So I'm going to, and you can always hold on. I'm going to kind of come the ball of my foot and back. So I'm shifting my weight and kind of sliding or touching and back. You can do the diagonal, it's a little easier. And then just balance your feet. Balance the weight, keeping your right foot as it is. Same idea, kind of start to tiptoe, or rather ball of your foot back and decide if a high lunge is for you. Maybe not. Maybe you want to go to a warrior one. Warrior one, you can just bring your heel downward and inward, or maybe you can play with for however long, even if you come out early, no problem. A high lunge, and then using your front leg to pull you forward. Nice. Now let's just open up our feet, lift your shoulders, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees and just see if you can kind of either wiggle out your arms. There was stress today in the group. There's a lot of stress outside of this, that's for sure. So makes sense that we will have some. So see if you can just kind of start to soften instead of effort. Soften with a little bounce. Slow exhale with a little bounce, maybe at your legs. And then gently letting that go. Let's open up our feet a bit, bend your knees, and start to get your pelvis moving a little bit, side to side. And then a little circle, or a big circle, back and side and forward. Trying to touch a little bit into the different parts that people requested, without it being a little too popcorn-like. Let's do one more. And then come back to neutral footing, and bring a hand to belly. Everything's an invitation, even if I don't say it. Hand to abdomen, hand to chest, and just see if you can just start to soften, invite some of the awareness that's in our mind and our doing and our responding down into your body. Softening at your belly, your chest, maybe even the back of your torso. Feeling your feet supporting you, noticing your breath. Just see if you can allow your exhale to be steady and unhurried. And your next exhale to be steady and unhurried. And then releasing your arms anytime. Let's again circle our arms forward up. As you circle back, maybe invite a little extension of your back. Keeping your right foot as it is, stepping your left foot back either into a high lunge or a warrior one. Do what's best for you. You can keep your arms down for stability or lift your arms. Just see if you can spread your awareness out. Hello, Lorraine. Glad you could make it. Everyone's welcome anytime, any moment of the class. And then release your arms. Bring a little weight forward. Step the back foot so it's a little closer. I'm going to show my feet again. So we still have that same foot that's back, but just our distance between our feet is a little closer. I invite you to keep your legs straight on this one and begin to rotate your pelvis and your chest towards the front leg. Like we did earlier, you might even gaze forward for your balance. We'll see. Start to lift up through your arms. So my chest is rotated, so it's going to look a little different, and then release through your arms and just pause for a breath or two. And then turning forward and stepping forward. So let's once again sweep our arms up and release your arms down. Hello. Rotate your chest a little bit, sweeping your arms out and up. So it might feel a little different. And down. Coming to center, rotating the opposite way, reaching your arms up. So it feels like one arm is in front, maybe one arm is behind, and then coming down. All right. Keep adjusting this, like the princess and the pea. So let's do the other side. So keeping your left foot as it is, step back your right foot towards a high lunge or a warrior one, whatever's best for you tonight. With the balance you feel and with this foot being behind, you can keep your arms down or lift them. I'm feeling like this side's a little more balanced challenge, so I'm gonna stay here. And then we'll be moving into a straight leg position with our back foot not too far behind us. So just creating that, straightening both of your legs back, heel lowers, a shorter stance. The leg that's in front, let's start to rotate towards that leg. Pelvis and chest if possible. And come to center. Notice what helps you ground and stay stable. It might be the press of your front ball of foot. You can do that again without your arms, or lift your arms up. Start to rotate towards your front leg, release your arms. Don't worry so much about the choreography. Just see if you can come into this moment, your body. Let's rotate back forward. Step forward. Great. Breathing in, sweeping out and up. And breathing out, releasing. Let's do one more. And then just notice how things feel. Do you want to settle for a couple breaths? Is there any movement that will feel good? It's kind of letting yourself again drop into your body, into the space that you're in, not only in your space, but the space together. And let's do one more little sequence. So we'll step a foot back and then we'll be turning, just rotating like a quarter. So if I were to step one foot back and rotate, I'll be turning kind of towards one of my walls here. So I will probably face forward when that happens. Probably too much information, but let's keep our left foot. I'm going to mirror you still for the beginning. Keep your left foot as it is. Let's step our right foot back, either a high lunge or a warrior one. And then rotate towards that back foot. So you'll be rotating away from the camera briefly. Okay. I'm going to go forward just to show you. So with your feet wide, let's bring our pelvis back and then bend one knee. So you're doing a little, kind of like a half chair pose. Come to center, bend the other knee. So then doing it's kind of a wide-legged chair pose or a squat. Let's add our arms, sweeping your arms up. Pulling your elbows down, sitting back any amount. And then as you come up, lift your arms. Let's do that again. Sitting back any amount. You can always change up the arms too. Lifting on up. And then if it feels good in your body, you can go ahead and hinge. Maybe do a forward bend if it feels good or not. I'm going to stay up for this one. If you want to bend all the way forward, you can, or not. So you can do that forward bend, releasing your head if it feels good. Sorry, I didn't demo that one. And then using your feet and legs to start to come up. Maybe this time lengthening as you come up. And then start to pivot your feet to face the camera again. And maybe you find some semblance of one of those poses we did earlier or not. And then stepping your feet alongside of each other. Take a nice steady breath here. Let's breathe in and sweep up. And breathing out. We're going to go to the other side. So I believe it's your right foot that stays. Step your left foot back towards a high lunge or a warrior one. And then as you lower that back foot, pivot that quarter turn towards your back foot. So if your mat was lengthwise, you'll be wide on your mat. I'm just going to turn forward so you can get a sense of what we're doing. So find a width that feels good for a squat. And this time, if you want, you can kind of have your legs rotated out a little bit. If that feels good, it's up to what feels best in your body with your hips. And then let's sit back any amount, any hand position. So feeling that squat-like movement, gaze is still forward, rising on up. If you want, you can inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart, sitting on back. Very nice. Rising on up. If you want, you can parallel your feet. Again, I may not do the whole thing, but if it feels good to you, you can hinge. You can fold all the way down or not. You can take a couple exhales. Whenever you're ready, not when I come up, but when you're ready, feel free to lengthen. Come up, let your blood pressure kind of equalize here. Then turning towards the front, stepping your feet alongside of each other. Let's reach our arms out as if you're going to give a big hug. Take a big inhale. And exhale, wrap in a little hug. Take a breath. Notice what arm is on top, and let's reach your arms open. Lift your chest a little bit. And just crossing your other arm. This time, reach your arms out, open through your palms. See if you can feel your chest from the middle part of your chest to your fingers. Maybe a little lift of your chest, and then lowering your arms, reaching your hands back towards each other. And then letting that go. Let's do one more thing with our pelvis, just because there was low back request. Often moving our pelvis can help. So one more thing here, just like the hinge, but not as far. Do a little hinge, just a tiny one. Come to center and bring your pelvis forward a little bit. Just nice and easy. Just kind of reminding your nervous system that all this is safe and good. Just kind of getting curious about these different movements our pelvis can make. And then when you're ready, let's make our way down. So if you'd like, you can either do a little more of a chair pose down, or you can just simply hinge. And then start to make your way to tabletop pose in any way that feels best for you. Just lost y'all. Okay. Hey, thanks for your patience. Once you come into table pose, take a moment to take a breath. Feel your limbs supporting you, and just take a couple of slow or not so slow movements of your torso. So moving your chest away from your abdomen. Nice and easy. Moving your chest towards your abdomen. Or extending your back. Rounding your back. Can you let your neck move the least and the last? Can you let your neck and head not be the priority here? And then when you come to neutral, feel free to widen your hands or bring them a little forward. Keep your elbows straight, your spine neutral. Flex at your hips and your knees, meaning we'll sit back without rounding our back down to child's pose and come back up. So just coming back, maybe take a breath and come back up. If you want more shoulder stretch, you can walk your hands forward. If you want more hip stuff, so we're kind of compressing and then releasing. So we're getting the joint moving a bit. Let's do one more. Really nice. And then come to center. Take your time to come up onto your knees, doing a single kneeling. You can always fold over your mat an extra time or get a blanket. So keeping your left foot as it is and stepping your right foot forward, doing just kind of like 2 right angles of your legs. And then once again, just like when we were in doing some standing poses, see if you can really feel into your feet, the front ball of foot, inner ball of foot, your back foot. If it's for you, breathing in, sweeping your arms up. And then release your arms. We can do that same thing here of rotating a little towards your front leg. And try that, sweeping your arms out and up. This time as you release your arms, just pause here for a couple breaths. So when we're in a little twist, there might be a little more challenge to balance. If it's uncomfortable, just come out. And then let's come on out. Let's bring our weight back and just step your foot out just a little bit. And then from here, maybe your pelvis can tilt, or maybe you can just do a little side bend. Your hand can be on your thigh or inside. Great. And then coming on up. So if the next part is too much for your body or just not right for you, you can just come back to where we just were. Or extending that leg that was in front out to the side. I like to have my foot and my knee in the same line. And I like to have my outer foot down, but whatever works for you. You can do a side bend here. And this may not be for everyone. And you can just kind of experiment. See if you were to press down with that foot, maybe your pelvis can tilt, maybe you can bring fingertips to the floor, maybe you need something here, or maybe you skip it. And then if you do bring your fingertips to the floor, can you really not put a lot of weight there? So just kind of reaching up with your side ribs. Just taking a breath or two here. Doesn't have to be for everyone. And then let's bring our arm down, come to table pose. Feel free to wiggle it out a little bit. And then let's rise up and bring that other leg forward. Just feeling the press of your feet. See if you can notice any friendliness in your experience, in your body, in your awareness. And then breathing in, sweeping up through your arms or out and up. And breathing out. You can just stay right here or any other options. Or rotate a little bit at your pelvis, a little bit your chest towards the front leg. And you can release your arms. If it causes discomfort, just skip it. So towards our front leg, taking a breath here. Yeah. And then coming back up. As you release your arms, bring your weight back, step that foot a little to the angle. And then doing a side bend. It might be kind of interesting to tilt your pelvis a little if it's available. Great. You can come back to this place or any other place, or try reaching your arm out to the, not your arm, the other limb, this leg, your leg out to the side, and just see if it can be comfortable here. It may not be, or it could be. Just experimenting. And then either staying here or doing a little side stretch. Well, you can stay here or maybe find a way to tilt, even if you just tilted a little and came back up, or maybe tilt all the way down. It also is fine for you to have a different leg position. See if you do come to the side, if you can use your side core strength to not collapse down, but to reach your upper side ribs up. Great. And then let's bring our arms down. Let's come back to our table pose. From here, allowing your body to go into child's pose if that's comfortable, and if it's not, if child's pose is comfortable, really letting your bum sit back, letting your forehead be supported, rounding inward. It's not comfortable, just finding another shape or movement or pause. And if you're in child's pose, breathing into your back possibly, and breathing out. There's no shoulds here, except for to try to lean into what you need. So from here, let's start to crawl our way up and crawl your way forward into Sphinx pose. So coming onto your belly And really kind of feeling the front of your pelvis, taking your time to get there, feeling the front of your pelvis, your thighs. And just see, I'm doing this rock automatically. I love it. Just kind of seeing if there's any sense of curiosity or friendliness for your body, for yourself here. And then with your arms at kind of a two right angles, take a couple breaths here. Notice if there's any movement while you breathe or any movement that wants to happen. You can always adjust this if it's uncomfortable. And then start to press down with your feet and your hips a little more, creating a little more of a foundation of strength at your legs, at the back of your body. And then as you sort of lower down part way, start to walk your hands out and back. I have mine pretty far out. Use as much of your body as available to have your chest lifted a little bit, and then you can relax down and either turn your head or bring your forehead down and just kind of relax your whole body. If it's okay here, taking a breath or two. And then once again, build your foundation. Press down with your feet, your thighs, your hips. Turn your head forward. Start to walk your arms back. And then from here, pressing on up to table pose. From table pose, you can either do a rock, any of the other movements, any spinal movements, or downward facing dog, an upside down V that really kind of uses your legs and your feet and your hips to reach back to give your back a nice, hopefully a little stretch. So do what feels best for you in the moment. Great. Lowering down any time it's best for you. And once you lower down, let's actually sit up for a moment. And let me just think for a second. Okay. So let's start, do this. So let's start with your left leg straight and maybe your right leg bent off to the side if that's available. May not be. Great. And then start to bend that left, the one that's straight, start to bend that knee. I'm gonna see if I did this wrong. Yeah, I did it wrong. Okay. I think I'm going to switch gears. I apologize. My mind was trying to reverse engineer something. It didn't work out quite well. So let's actually lie on our back instead. Thank you for going with the flow. As you lie on your back, go ahead and bend your knees. And let's do something familiar. So just opening your feet, sliding your arms out, just taking a couple of windshield wipers here. And just noticing how things feel. If you can just kind of let go of a moment ago and come into this floating, moving moment of being with the sensations, the aliveness, the awareness. When you're ready, just come back 2 feet on the mat, bring them slightly closer, slide your arms down, and start to, I'm just going to say the correct side, the side of the body that I'm using so don't get confused. Start to draw the outer right thigh down. And that's okay if your left bum cheek or the left side of your pelvis comes up a little. So I've gone from both knees being bent, feet on the floor, to just maybe even rocking a little to the side to let the outer thigh rest. From here, let me see if I can show this a little better. So from here, I'm going to use the foot that's on the mat. We've done this, but it's a long, long time ago, to press up a little more with that side of the pelvis to kind of squeeze my glute and kind of draw my knee forward a little bit and then let it go. It's a pretty small movement. I'm just going to press a little, lifting up a little and lowering. Just a couple times. It's a pretty small movement. I'm just kind of squeezing my glute. If it's confusing, no worries. So my right leg is out. I'm just kind of using my left foot to kind of press, squeeze, and then letting that go. And then if it's okay for your body, with your left knee bent, lift your left arm and kind of reach it across and back down. And just reach it across, maybe that part of your upper back lifts. If you want, if it's for you tonight, you might reach it across and maybe lift into a little sit up thing or not. Let's do one more. We're just going to try something as an experiment. If you don't like it, just skip it. You can use your back foot, pressing into your back foot, lift your left arm, reach across, and maybe see if you can reach across and maybe lift up onto your forearm. Maybe not. You got it. And then just lowering back down. Let's bring both of our feet onto the mat, opening your feet. And if you are confused, let's go back to something familiar. Opening your feet, letting your legs lean to one side. And then coming to center, letting your legs lean the opposite side. This time, let your legs lean in the direction of the camera or the screen. You can either stay here and linger or lift up your back arm and roll to your side a little bit. Maybe reaching your top arm forward a little bit. And then starting to roll back. Let's just do that other side too, if that felt good. So leaning to the side, either lingering here or continuing bringing your back arm forward, rolling to your side. Good. And then come back to center. And just bending both of your knees. And just sliding, kind of your arms can be out, but not too far out. And then let your left leg, your outer leg, rock all the way to the floor. So I'm just drawing my left leg, outer leg out to the left to the floor. And if that means your back, part of your pelvis, your right bum lifts a little, that's okay. That's fine. And then start to press a little bit into your left foot to maybe squeeze that left, or I'm sorry, your right foot, sorry. So used to saying opposite, your right foot, squeezing your right glute a little, maybe drawing your knee forward a little bit, and then lowering. And if it doesn't make any sense, just go back to something that does, or do whatever you want. So I'm pressing into my foot, I'm just squeezing a little, it lifts a little. Just as a little bit of mobility, a little strength, a little kind of using that right foot as a little kickstand, kind of, maybe if I want to roll to the side. And then letting that go and just reaching your right arm across and lowering down. So we're building up slowly into a little pattern that's actually really good for our strength, our mobility, our core. But we'll just see how it goes for tonight. So we'll eventually try to roll over onto our left side, maybe up to your left forearm, maybe not. So you can use the press down of your back foot. You can maybe lift, if you want to try to lift a couple times and just kind of staying there with just a little sit up type motion, or you can just roll with your arm down, or you can see if you can come up to your forearm, maybe even up to your hand. And then lowering on down. And eventually rolling onto your back again, opening up your feet. Just doing a couple slow motion windshield wipers. Maybe you can let that back hip release. Coming to center and releasing up. Really nice. And just letting go of any confusion. But know it's good for our brain and body to try new patterns too. And just noticing what you feel. And then coming back to center, walking your feet in, sliding your arms down. And whatever feels good here, you might hug your legs in together and towards your belly, or if it feels good to separate them, just something that feels kind of cozy, where you can either draw your legs in or something similar, maybe a little rock side to side or not. And then eventually lowering your feet. And there was a request for low back. So just kind of seeing if it's possible to do a little pelvic tilt here. Just being curious, tilting your pelvis forward towards thigh or towards foot, tilting it back, flattening it, and then just come to where it feels neutral. And if that was confusing, just kind of letting that go and bringing your arms down. Let's lift up one leg. You can shake it out a little if you'd like. Getting it to wiggle and jiggle, and then gently letting that go and begin to circle through your legs. See if you can circle, brush against your other leg. Circle, come out. Maybe big, slow circles, or maybe not. Notice what feels good for you. Great. And then just lifting your leg up. Let's change sides, lowering one foot, extending through your other leg. Maybe shaking it out a little. And then circling here. Little circles or big, slow circles. See if you can really get your hip and your leg moving here. And again, noticing right here, just getting curious. As you come to center, shaking it out. Feel free to again hug your legs in. Just gently. Can you tap into the kind of care and friendliness that's already here? And then let's lower our feet when you're ready. Lower your arms and let's go into a bridge lift. And perhaps for tonight, let's include noticing your legs and glutes working, but maybe also going into a little bit of an extension. I like to rotate at least to my pinky side of my arm, rotating outward a little, letting your neck be neutral and just pressing into your feet, lifting your pelvis and low back. Then you can stay here, or if you want to maybe go a little higher, you can. Just notice what you need. No need to push or strain. And what I meant by extension is that we're not keeping it, we don't have to keep it low if you want to go higher, or if you want to like really draw your pelvis forward, or if all these words are just becoming word salad, just ignore them. Take a couple or a few breaths, your feet and legs supporting you before they run out of steam, lowering down little by little. I'm craving a little extension in my legs, a little sweep out. You can do that along with me or anything else that feels good. Yes. If you want, you can take a full body stretch, maybe stretching through one side and then the other. Or taking any other movement you'd like. Maybe you want to do a little hip stretch or a little rocking. Whatever will feel good here. I am going to, so nice to see all of you in your rooms and your squares. I'm going to turn my light down so that it's less glare for you. And when you're ready, just starting to make your way towards Shavasana. So it is getting into that November-y time of year where it's a little chilly or a lot chilly. So if you want to put socks on or grab a blanket, feel free to just get as comfortable as you can with what you have. And it's not that it's bad to be cold, but we're trying to relax our nervous system a little. So Feeling comfortable is helpful, temperature wise, even lighting or noise wise, but we can't control everything. Life happens. So take your time, just get as comfortable as you can. Just being curious as to what you might need here or want. And if you notice any busier parts of your mind or impulses to move or anything else, we don't need to push those away. Can just welcome and notice. And also kind of opening a little more space so that you can just be for a little bit too. There's no need to resist anything. So once you get as comfortable as you can, just you can close your eyes or not. And just start to invite a sense of the back of your body. So almost like your awareness could just drop back to the back of your head, to the back of your torso and arms, your pelvis. Just allowing the support that's beneath you to really start to hold you here. And then including your legs and your feet. And you might take a little slower breath. And as you exhale, just notice any parts of your body, your mind, nervous system are willing to just rest a little more, just for these next few moments. And then starting to include and soften the top of your body. Just letting your lips and cheeks release. Your chest and belly. And just resting back, allowing your senses to be on, but noticing if you can rest back and just a feel of being alive with this kind of gentle, restful awareness. You might notice your breath coming and going all on its own. You might notice a stilling quality. And if any thoughts or anything strong comes up, just notice, include, can come back to it afterwards. I'm just sinking down and resting for another moment or so here. And then see if you can get a sense of yourself, and the support beneath you, but also the space around you in your room. Getting a sense of yourself, but maybe even with your eyes closed, getting a sense that we're all practicing together. Using this sense of your practice or of awareness to start to move a little bit or take a little deeper breath in. And this is where our transition is really important so we can start to practice being in the world in a way that feels really connected or whole. So as you start to transition, maybe bending your knees or rolling to your side, just kind of notice where your view, notice your experience. If you can stay with your experience. In a few moments, you can go get dinner, but just staying right now for a couple more moments in your experience. And then just slowly coming up to sit when you're ready. And you might notice when you sit or when your eyes open, can you still be soft? Can you still kind of notice your awareness here? And take your time. If you have come up to see your seat, you can, there's an invitation to either bring your hands together at your chest or on your chest or whatever feels good. Wishing each of you the best of everything. Health, well-being. May each of you be kind to yourselves and with yourselves. Just the best of everything. May the benefits of our practice continue with us. So into the rest of your night, into the rest of your week. And to all those around us. It was so nice practicing with you all. I guess it helps to have a holiday. I'm gonna stop the